Welcome to HP Tuner's Ford Gen 2 Coyote Training Part 3. This training module we're going to be exploring the VCM Scanner software, doing an overview of the software, making sure where we can find all the various features and functions, and also taking a look at some basic data logging. So we're going to have a lot to talk about and look at. Let's jump into the tutorial so we can get started. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at working with our VCM Scanner software. We're going to be doing an overview in this tutorial, making sure we understand all the features and functions of our VCM Scanner software, and just getting into some basic details. We're going to have a couple other training tutorials here, going through some more specific details with the VCM Scanner, some things that we definitely want to cover before we head into the training course, because as we start to use the VCM Scanner software for data analysis purposes, we want to make sure that we're utilizing it as best as possible. It'll make us way more efficient in calibrating and tuning, and we'll know exactly what's going on when we're trying to diagnose something or we're trying to calibrate a specific function within our engine control module. So, very first thing I want to start off this tutorial with is some of the basic information for the VCM Scanner. So, as I'm sitting in my vehicle right now, I'm sitting in a 2017 Mustang GT Automatic Coupe. This is going to be the test vehicle for our Gen 2 training course. Now, I have my MPVI-2 cable plugged into the OBD2 port, and I have the USB cable plugged into my laptop, which is connected to the MPVI-2 cable. So in this state, I could start to data log if I was powered on, I was online with the engine control module. Now I have the power off in the car. I'm sitting in what's known as the offline mode. We can see that at the very top of our screen right now. It's showing us offline. And when I'm online, that means that I'm connected to the OBD2 port, connected to the laptop. I have the vehicle powered on, either running or not running, doesn't matter. The engine control module is powered on. That allows me then to start to stream the data out. And then it also allows me to data log or data capture, which is going to be taking all of the channels that we want to data log here in our VCM Scanner. These are our channels over here. Allows me to do a data capture, record those channels to a file format, and then I can play that back at a later point in time. I can do that when I'm online with the car or when I'm in the offline mode. So the offline mode is something you might find yourself in if you're not connected to the vehicle. Maybe you captured a bunch of data logs. You want to come in from the car, you want to go into your house, you want to go through the data. You'll be in the offline mode. So we'll see up at the very top of the screen, it shows us offline or online. Offline is the status I'm in right now. We will be online in a few minutes. We also see at the top the vehicle I'm working with here, so a 2017 Ford Mustang GT Coupe, and that gives the VIN for this vehicle. So it also displays that information. Now, if you're connecting to the vehicle for the very first time and you're in the offline mode, it doesn't know what type of vehicle that you're sitting in, so you may not find that's displayed at the very top. So we're going to go and learn how to connect to the vehicle so it does register what type of vehicle you're working with here. That's going to require us to get online, but I want to go and just cover a couple additional basic things. Now, what we'll find here is that the toolbar at the top, log file, vehicle, layout, tools, help, this is a drop-down menu. We can see the drop-down menu, what that looks like here. We also see down below we have these icons. These are quick icons that we can just click on. We don't have to go through the drop-down menu to access very common functionalities with the software. So, for example here, file open, we can see that's going to be our file open. That's found in our icon. It's also found here for log file, open log file. So we can see the same redundancy here. The icon is just a quick link to that function, speeding up our interface with the software. We don't have to go into the drop-down menu. Sometimes you might have to go to the drop-down menus. Not everything is displayed here within your lower icon toolbar, but the majority of what we actually interface with pretty regularly is there. So you'll find the software does have these redundancies. Now what I'm going to do right now is just power on the vehicle. I'm not going to start it. We're not going to start data logging. But what it's going to do is as soon as I go to the online mode, all of our icons here won't be grayed out to allow me to actually access those. So let me go and do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and just turn the key on in the vehicle right now. And we should see, if I go up here to the very top and I go to connect to vehicle, this will now connect me to the vehicle. When it does this, it's going to be able to read what vehicle we're actually working with. Let's do that right now. And then all of our other icons should start to light up. Let's go ahead and we can see it's going to be showing opening interface connection. It's gathering information and we see it's showing connected status. Now, notice that some of the icons are still grayed out. Some of the icons here are starting to appear. We can actually start to click on some additional things. Now, while we're in this connected state, we want to always make sure anytime you're reconnecting to your vehicle, you're going to go in here to vehicle and we're going to go to an area here called repoll for supported parameters. This is going to be critical. what this does is goes through all of the PID logging channels that are available for your particular vehicle you're working with, and make sure that we can bring them up here into our logging channels list if we choose to do so. Now I'm getting some chiming here from the car because it's showing me some faults on the dash. I'm just going to ignore that. So I apologize for that little bit of chiming right there. So if I go here to vehicle and I go to report for supported parameters, it's going to go through and detect supported parameters. We can see these are all of the logging channels that we can actually data log. There is a tremendous amount of channels for these Gen 2 Coyote, and we want to make sure we're being able to access all the channels if we need to do so. So we can see that has completed. So now we've repulled the vehicle for supported parameters. Again, if you're going from a GM vehicle to a Ford, back to a GM, anytime you're connecting to a different vehicle, or anytime you're connecting to the vehicle for the first time, so meaning you've closed out of the software. Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.